Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's unboxing video of the new Cardfight Vanguard booster box, the Awakening Zoo G-EB02. My name is James and today I'll be going through these boxes. I'll go through the first one in more detail, then as if we've probably seen most of the cards by then. I'll be going through the second and third one in less detail, but we should still see more triple R's and double R's and such. Hopefully Z up, we can always hope. So, opening the first box we have a little advertisement for all four of the main games. And now onto the first pack. So this contains Great Nature, Mega Colony and Neo Nectar, the three Zoo Nation clans. So it's all for them. So we have Errand Somali, Volga Blister, who I really like. If this unit is in your front row, all your opponent's rear guards in the same column as this unit cannot stand during your opponent's stand phase. So constantly keeps them paralyzed, but he's a grade 2 with 7k power. But you may also choose a Volga Blister from rearguard and retire it as the cost for striding. So once you've finished with him, you could just discard him and stride your Dark Device unit. Machining Bagworm, Red Poppy Musketeer Marinetta, Machining Treehopper, Sitter Bobtail, and our first double R, Maiden Lily Musketeer Captain Virginial Cecilia. So she's a stride with Act, Vanguard Circle once per turn, counterblast 1, and choose a face down card with the same card name as this unit from your G-Zone and turn it face up. Choose up to 5 of your rear guards and retire them. Look at 7 cards from the top of your deck, call up to the same number of cards with Musketeer in its card name from the number of units retired to separate rearguard circle, and they get plus 3,000 for each face-up card in your G-Zone with Musketeer in its card name, and shuffle your deck. So that is a lot of power that can occur. So it is, you can still use it earlier in the game if you really want to. It can be your first stride, but it just means the power buff won't be quite as big. So Poisettia Flower Maiden Grenell, Dragon Seed Spitter, Outstanding Mutant Promulava, Animal Clip Lesser, Machining Killer Ant, Master Swordsman Mutant Deity Anguish Sword, and New Face Mutant Little Dorcas. A little reprint there, with new artwork, which is always nice. Kaluna Musketeer Elma, Black Rose Musketeer Verneri, Trickle British, Circeum Musketeer Umbra, Essayist Yakun, Lighthorn Mutant Dangerous Horn. So this is one of the 10k grade 2 clones, which is really useful. And if you have a grade 4 Vanguard with Dark Face in its card name and the number of your opponent's stood rear guards is 1 or less, he gains plus 6k, so very big. And we have another double R. This is for Neo Nectar. It's another Musketeer, and it is Lantana Musketeer Rosita. With Auto Vanguard Circle, when your G unit with Musketeer in its original card name strides, look at 4 cards from the top of your deck, call up to 1 card with Musketeer in its card name from among them to Rearguard Circle, and shuffle your deck. So a nice free unit. And Continuous Vanguard Circle Generation Break 1, you may pay Counterblast 1 and choose 2 normal units with Musketeer in its card name from your drop zone and put them to the bottom of your deck, as the cost for striding your G unit with Musketeer in its card name. So stride, ways to get extra strides, it's always nice. Counterblast 1, it seems like just a heavier version of Luard's skill, but having more cards in your deck is more important to the Musketeers, I think, than Luard. Adorable Balinese, Planting Maiden Ozu, Bad Luck Star, Machining Leafy, Marigold Musketeer Rochelle, or Rachel, doesn't. But Black Spear Mutant Bolg Wasp, and Flowing Mutant Twilight Madder. Promotion Maiden Lipset, Lethargy Mutant Silk Sleeper, Machining Bagworm, Part-Time Researcher Iguano, Approval Frigid, Featherwall Mutant Deity Morphosian, and Double R, Super Honorary Professor Melua Chatnoa. I did know how to pronounce that at one point, but now I've forgotten. So Auto Vanguard Circle, Generation Break 2, counter +1, choose 3 cards with from your hand, discard them. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked, if you have a heart card with honorary professor in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, put this unit into your G-Zone face up, choose up to 1 grade 3 with honorary professor in your hand, and ride it as stand. If you rode, choose all your rear guards and they get plus 4,000 power until the end of the turn, and at the end of the turn, retire them. So hopefully you get to also use your break ride at this point, which gives them another plus 4k, and I believe you draw a card if they're retired, so the retired then becomes not too much of a problem. And with Stationary Hero, Animal Clip Lesser, whoops, Machining Princess, Pearl Wit Chihuahua, Machining Mega Colony Battler G, Machining Tardigrade, and Immortality Professor Sankalpa. Adorable Balinese, Cyclamen Musketeer Favila, Talented Rhinos, who's really nice, has success 20k, and if he is successful at GB1, he gets plus 4,000 and your opponent can't guard with grade 0s. So this with, what's his name, Managama, who I believe gives a rear guard glory as well, so can't guard with grade 1s or higher. Talented Rhinos becomes a very, very good grade 3 at that point. Machining Leafy, Mega Colony Battler G, Diligent Assistant Mini Belly, and Valkyrie of Reclamation Padmini, 2 more reprints for the Stride spotters. Favilla, Volga Blister, Promulava, Circeum Musketeer Umbra, SAS Japun, Body Faction Malks. Ooh, and finally our first triple R, and this is Intimidating Mutant King Darkface Alcides. So, this is sort of the backup grade 3, the new backup grade 3 for Mega Colony. So he has Auto, Counter +1, and Soul +1. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle or Rear Guard Circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a column, rest all your opponent's rear guards in that column, and they cannot stand during your opponent's next stand phase. And continuous Vanguard Circle, Rear Guard Circle, Generation Break 2, Dark Device. During the battle that this unit attacked Vanguard, this unit gets plus 10,000 power and your opponent cannot intercept. So one thing that Mega Colony was missing was big power. They couldn't hit hard enough. They could do a lot of other things, but they just couldn't hit hard enough. But this, with Alcides and a Dangerous Horn, who then gains plus 6k, yeah, they're really, really good together. And finally, Mega Colony should be able to start getting a lot better in the fight. So Grenell, Veneri, British, Rachel or Rochelle, Iguano, Mini Belly, and a Gia, Flower Princess of 4 Seasons, Valhemia. Yeah, her. So, Auto Vanguard Circle, Counter +1, choose a face down card from your G-Zone and turn it face up. When this unit attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 2 grade 2 or less normal units with the Bloom ability and the same card names, and call them to separate Rear Guard Circle. It has to be on the front row. One has to be on the front row and one has to be back row. And then shuffle your deck. And then continuous Vanguard Circle, Generation Break 4. All of your rear guards in the front row get plus 5,000 power and plus 1 critical. So this being continuous is really, really nice, as you can continuously superior call. If you call a new unit to the front row, it then gets the plus 5,000 power and the critical. So Favila, Somali, Rhinos, Bizarreness, Machining Bizarreness, Red Poppy Musketeer Marinetta, Bootcamp Kimrick, Kimrick I think, and a double R, Machining Beat Atlas. So this is a Mega Colony with Auto Vanguard Circle Counterblast 1 when your G unit with with machining in its card name strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose up to 2 grade 1 or greater cards from your soul with machining in their card name and call them to separate rearguard circle as rest. And Auto Vanguard Circle Generation Break 2, at the end of your turn, choose up to 2 cards in total with machining in their card names from your rearguard circle and hand, and put them into your soul. If you put 1 or more cards, draw a card, and if you put 2 cards, you also get to countercharge 1, nullifying the cost of the first skill. And also, it helps you keep your guys safe. So if your opponent's big on retiring, they can't retire your important units because they're all in your soul. Dragon Seed Spitter, Stockessia Musketeer Daphne, Matrix Code Zebra, Silk Sleeper, Bizarreness, Sacred Tree Dragon, Break Weather Dragon, and Repeated Cultivation Maiden Leslie. And the last pack of this box is, we got Elmer, we got Ozu, Zebra, Tree Hopper, Killer Ant, Bicolor Baku, and Immortality Professor Veiragira, there, him. So yeah, that is everything from the first box, but now there are 2 more boxes which I shall speed through, but hopefully we will see some more high rarities, some good high rarity stuff, and not just Alkades over and over again. So let's open this up. Oh, well, we got him again, Rosita. Two single R's. Oh, that's a triple R reprint, which is application researcher Pondbelly, the big belly critical that goes into the soul and gives 5k in the draw. And we got Chat Noir again. Oh, it's the first time we've seen San Mango, who I believe is really good actually. Act, Rearguard Circle, Generation Break 1, Soul Blast 1, retire this unit, draw a card, and choose 1 card from your Vanguards and Rearguards. Increase the chosen Vanguard's power by the chosen Rearguard's power until the end of the turn. So you can get Rearguards really high in Neo-Nectar, which is their main sort of thing, and then giving that just to the Vanguard is going to be incredible. And get through these, and we get Beat Atlas again, just getting the same double R's, which is a shame. Just lots of Mega Colony single R's. And another Alkades. Another Cecilia. Hey, there we go. That's something. So our next triple R is Evil Governor, Darkface Gridora, also for Mega Colony, who is an amazing card, and I love her. So she is a grade 3, auto Vanguard Circle once per turn, counterblast 1. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, or when your G unit strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose a column, and your opponent cannot call cards to rearguard circles of that column during the next turn, so their next turn. And auto Vanguard Circle, Generation Break 1, Soul Blast 1. At the beginning of your ride phase, you may pay the cost. If you do, your opponent chooses a face-up card from his or her damage zone, turns it face down, and you countercharge 1. So that's really, really nice exchange. even if one person can't do one part of it, the other person can do the other. So you can make them counterblast without you countercharging if you don't have anything to countercharge, and you can countercharge even if they're fully counterblasted. So very lucky on the Mega Colony stuff, which is, let's be honest, the only stuff that's important. It's the best clan. Some more single R's, and the last pack of this box, some more single R's, and lastly the last box. Shouldn't take long to go through, and hopefully get better luck on getting a bit of a variety. Just don't want to just see Chat Noir over and over again. Hey, so we got the one of the new heal triggers, which is bind this card face down and choose another heal from your drop zone and bind it face up. Oh, sorry, bind this face up as well. And when this card is discarded from hand for the cost of G-guarding, you may pay the cost. If you do, countercharge one or soul charge one. So this is a sort of clone. It's exactly the same in all the clans, but this is the Mega Colony version, which I really like the art of. It's really cute. And obviously it serves some clans better than others. Mega Colony do really well with it because that countercharging is very important. And if you're machining, then the soul charging is also important. But you've always got to serve the Queen Gridora if you're going to play Mega Colony. Hey, and more Mega Colonies, which I am happy about. So, Adherence Mutant Black Weevil. So this is a perfect guard. He only defends a Dark Face unit, but he has Act Drop Zone. Choose 2 Adherence Mutant Black Weevils from your drop zone and bind them face up. If you do, draw a card and countercharge one or soul charge one. So more countercharge. More very important. And the draw is nice as well. I really like the draw. Let's boop. Going through these. Hey, we've got an SP of Revision Scientist Deli Belly. So he is a perfect guard, and he has... Oh, sorry, he's a perfect guard only for big bellies. If I remember... No, actually, he's not just for big bellies. He is actually for anything. I could have sworn he was for big belly. Anyway, he also says Auto Generation Break 1, Soul Blast 1. When this unit is retired from Rearguard Circle or Generation or Guardian Circle, sorry, if you have a Vanguard with Big Belly in its card name, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw 1 card and soul charge 1. I mean, counter charge 1. So yeah, that's the bit where the Big Belly comes into it. Oops. 2 single R's. Nothing fancy. I want to see fancy. Hey, there's something fancy, but it is machining, which are the traitors of Mega Colony, but I'll let it slide. So we have Oppression Mutant Deity Machining Despot. He is a stride with Act Vanguard Circle once per turn, counterblast 1, and choose a face down card from your G zone and turn it face up. If you have a heart card with machining in its card name, choose choose the same number of your units as the number of face-up cards in your G-Zone with machining in their card name and stand them. Your opponent chooses 2 of his or her rested units, and they cannot stand and... You choose one of their rested units. They choose one of their rested units for every unit you stood, and they cannot stand those units until the next stand phase. At the next stand phase. So the way that works is it does say units. So if your opponent's really pushed, they will have to paralyze their Vanguard, which is very nice. And it does take quite a bit of setting up actually, so it's pretty fair to be honest. But yeah, it's they seem to make it so machinings are now big on defense and Darkface is a bit more aggressive now. So I don't know how well machinings will do when actually in the fight, because they'll have to still hit the opponent, but if your opponent cannot stand, then they're drawing a lot less cards. But I'm not sure about his artwork. He looks a bit too much like a Stargate unit, and that's I mean, more nose grappler than anything, but it's not very Mega Colony. So boot up. Hey, that's a triple R. Artistic Ocelot. So he's auto, Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle. Once per turn, when this unit attacks, choose up to one of your other rearguards, and it gets plus 4,000 power until the end of the turn. And at the end of the turn, retire that unit. And then he has Act Rearguard Circle once per turn, Generation Break 1, Counterblast 1. If you have a Vanguard with Big Bale in its card name, choose one of your other rearguards, it gets plus 4,000 power until the end of the turn, and at the end of the turn, draw a card to retire that unit. So basically does what you want Great Nature to do. That's nice, which is really nice for a Grade 2. Yeah, a Grade 2. Oh, nothing. Almost at the end of the box. Oh, that's a new double R. So we have Honorary Professor Chavarit. I'm not good with French, in case you haven't noticed. So he's a grade 3. Auto, choose one or more of your cards with the sum of their grades being 3 or greater from your hand and discard them. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 2 cards with Honorary Professor in different card names, put them into your hand and shuffle your deck. Auto, Vanguard Circle, Counterblast 1. When your G unit with Honorary Professor in its original card name strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 grade 3 card, put it on your Vanguard Circle as your heart, and shuffle your deck. And if you put a card, return this card to your hand. So that works amazingly well for break right turns. And with the new Chat Noir stride, just says, well, yeah, you can break right. So going through these, oh, there we go, another triple R. Ranunculus of Phantasmic Blue Archer. So we have Auto, Vanguard Circle, at the beginning of your ride phase, choose up to 1 card from each circle. Choose up to 1 card each from your circle other than Vanguard Circle and your drop zone. Put them onto the bottom of your deck in any order. If you have put 2 cards, draw a card. Choose up to 1 card from your hand and call it to Rearguard Circle. And then she also has Auto, Vanguard Circle, Counterblast 1. When your G unit strides, you may pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to 1 normal unit with the Bloom ability, call it to Rearguard Circle, shuffle your deck, and if the number of your units with the same card name as this unit is 2 or more, countercharge 1 and soul charge 1. So very flexible and gives you lots of resources back of your choice. So that is very nice, very, very good triple R, and we've now had at least 1 triple R from every clan in this set now. A little bit more from Mega Colony, but who's going to complain, really? Not me. Stationary Hero, let's just, why am I reading his name? And there was nothing special, unfortunately, because we've already gone through all of that box. No ZR, which is pretty unfortunate, but we did get a very nice GR. We got plenty of Mega Colony stuff, which is very good. But yeah, that is everything from this box. Remember that everything you see here can be bought and sold on bigorbitcards.co.uk, and I will be doing future unboxings as well. I believe the next set is for G-EB02, which is the Stargate one, with all the Nova Grappler, Link Joker, and Dimension Police, as well as the ZR Stark. So hopefully we'll get Stark in the next one. But yeah, so I will hopefully see you next time. So goodbye.